Special Agent Fox Mulder here, and we're down at Carrum as we see the Frankston train coming through, widescreen mode, pulling up to Carrum, and have we got a treat, because right here is what I'm calling the single best train platform in the world. Check out that view. Yeah, that's the sun in there, it's everyone's eyes, it's in mine as well, so you can have a bit of that. So we're about 35 kilometres away from Melbourne, which you can actually see the skyline of Melbourne there in the distance. Or about 30 to 35 kilometres, roughly around, we'll say 20 miles for our American viewers. And yeah, it's like this is all brand new, all this sky rail as they call it. I call it the Springfield monorail, although it seems to run a little bit better than Homer's version there. And we've got trains every 10 minutes along here to the city from Frankston, and also returning from the city to Frankston. So some of them will go from Frankston to, let's say, Southern Cross Station, which was formerly Spencer Street, and some will go to Flinders Street Station, and the majority of them will turn into a train that goes to along the Werribee line. So let's see what we can find. We are waiting for the steel train. We spoke to the engineer earlier on when he was down on the runway at Bluescape. He's leaving at 7:09 and the time is currently 6:55, I do believe it says down there. Yes, it does. Alright, let's wait for these trains. And there we go, for those of you who are local, who want to come down and have a look at this magnificent view down here. There's your sign. You can pause and close in on that. And there's more of our view. We can see Arthur Seat down there as well. So this is Port Phillip Bay we're actually looking at here. Some boats out on the water there. And yeah, this is the major port of Melbourne. There's two bays here. We've got one at Western Port as well, where of course I do most of the filming at Western Port Bay. But this is Port Phillip Bay. And like I said, there's Batmania over there in the distance. Batmania, say Special Agent Fox Mulder. Yes, that's right, Batmania. That was the original name for Melbourne. And why the devil they didn't keep it, I don't know, because it still should be called Batmania. And there's our Platform 1 timetable and our Platform 2 timetable. So these dedicated Frankston lines. We go from Melbourne to Frankston and Frankston to Melbourne. They join up with the Cranbourne and Dandenong line and the Gippsland line at Caulfield. And they also join up at South Yarra with the Sandringham line as well. So those out there who are interested in watching some of these trains, there is a live cam available on YouTube. I'll try and remember to leave a link anyway in the description of where that is, because it's quite a handy tool for me to locate some of the trains I like to catch. And here's the other end of our platform. As we can see, we've got the sky rail. It's all got a car park in underneath here. This is an endeavour to, as you see the train coming around the corner, to clear some of the traffic congestion with the removal of level crossings, and the either putting these stations up into the air like we've got here, or actually having an open trench design, which I've got a couple of as well. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, is filming some of these. Widescreen mode. As they get replaced, so we'll have the new and the old. And you'll see he's going to pull right up at the end, and we only have probably just enough room for one more carriage. On the end they have 6 carriages on these PT trains. As we watch the other one go off, he's away. We have the 6 carriages on there in 2 sets of 3. So we can see there's one gone by there, and there's our join, and there's another one going by with the 6 carriages, and they're usually all walk through. And yeah, they can fit an extra carriage on here, but I think they might be struggling. The Cranbourne line does in fact use 7 carriages, as we see one heading down either side of the hill on this beautiful platform here. As we see the next Frankston train, it's the 7:25. Pulling out of the station. Yeah, they move pretty rapidly. There's 60 kilometres, about 60 kilometre hours anyway. About 40 k's an hour, 40 miles an hour, sorry. And our train will be coming from that direction, our steel train. And there's our view from the other side of the station. We've got the Dandenongs in the background there. And also we can also see the big college up there at Mount Waverley. Right on top of the hill there. We close in, we can actually see the old college up there, and used to be the police academy, of course. And looks like we can see the church up there as well on the hill. Can't think of the name right now, but I used to work up around there, so I probably should remember. Yeah, you can have, everyone knows they're a pretty stock standard landmark. There's our cityscape. And there's the Melbourne skyline, or Batmania as I like to call it. Discovered by John Batman in the 1840s. Sorry about the shaking of the camera there. And yeah, we've got some fishermen out on the water as well. There's another train coming in here. Yeah, we've got some fishermen out. Beautiful views once again. Like I said, there's our Arthur seat. And there's our train coming. And it meets the other one over here. So it's zoomed in a bit far there. I'll zoom that out. As we can see, our train meet at one of our favourite, one of the best stations probably in the world. I think there's a bus service at Morty Alley from Morty Alley. Yeah, yep. As Agent Mulder gives the directions there. Oh, we've got a horn signal, horn salute from the train driver. There you go, mate. And he goes through the green. Won't be able to watch him knock that down, but he's off. Good to get a good wave from the driver. See someone happy driving the train, because I know I would be. If I was driving the train, I'd have a smile on my dial. Even if that shit's going off into the Yarra, derailing and end of the world, mate, I'm still smiling because I'm driving a train. And next stop for him will be, let me think, probably Bond Beach Station. I'm going to say, there's one of our buses going underneath the station there. Alright, that's zoomed in as far as it's ever going to get. Okay, so what we associate with Port Phillip Bay here in Melbourne is, of course, the beach houses. So I was zoomed in there. You can probably see that's down around St Kilda-ish, around some of the areas along Sandringham and such. They have the beach houses, and of course there's a very big surf life-saving presence along the whole entire length of the length and breadth, shall we say, of the Port Phillip Bay, from Queen's Cliff all the way to Sorrento down there. So like I keep repeating, what an awesome view that is. And yeah, the sun's going in your eyes, it's going in mine too. Orange highball. And yeah, down the new Sky Rail. You can see we've got plenty of room and access for our mow workers, our maintenance of way workers. And there's our electrified system, which will evidently be heading down to as far as Baxter, and it may go even further. It seems a little bit foolish just to send it to Baxter anyway. As he goes around the corner, and next stop for him is Seaford Station as he goes across the Cannonell Creek. Yeah, it's not a bad picture there. We see the container ship out in the water with the sun over the top of it. Just give you another bit of a look along there for those that are coming for the Grand Prix, of course. Yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, all the Ferrari fans coming along to cheer on Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, and all the other heroes, of course, Oscar Piastri from Australia, Daniel Ricciardo from Australia, and all our other favourite drivers as well. So yeah, come down here, because you can get down here basically, catch a tram from Albert Park and you can get to the station, and this will bring you down here. And all the beaches, like I'm saying, about 95% of this beach you can see, all that coastline you can see, is actually sand beach. So there's a lot of places you can come down here and picnic, go for a swim, take your pictures, or just film trains like I do. I do other things as well, but I'm decided to film the train as we see the next one approaching the station here. And after this should be the steel train. Have a look, come up the sky rail there, and I'll step back out of his way. Widescreen mode. Yeah, driver wave as well, as we see our 6-carriage configuration. Platforms can only fit 6, I have decided, because yeah, that's just not going to fit another one on there, I don't think. And we've got a train meet as well. Train meet at the sky rail, as we see the sunset on another week in Victoria, Australia. The colour of that sky now. See another shipping container heading out to the heads. Port Phillip Bay's a pretty much a shell-shaped bay here, with only a very small opening at the, well, I'm going to say it's probably about 40 kilometres in that direction towards the sun there, called the heads. Alright, here we have the steel horse on the approach here. We're going to widescreen mode. He's not very long today, so we can see our view and our steel horse approaching. Shout out to Mike from Wild World of Trains and Dave from Baltimore&Ohio. I'll leave a link to both their channels in the description, as well as a Google map link as to where we are. Yeah, and a hook. There we go. As we see the sticker unit on the front there. And we've got the intermodals there, and we've got the steel coils. We've got the cradle carriages on here, and they're called stillages, and they're coming up to the end of the train. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face, I'm filming shit. I'm going to punch you in the fucking face, mate. Sorry, I've got someone here trying to interview with my video. What a piece of shit. Yeah.
There's a room around some pedophile, right?
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up and don't interfere with my fucking video, mate. Get the fuck out of my face.
Sorry, boss.
Yeah, you're going to be in a minute, mate. Sorry about that. Just when people start coming up and sticking their finger up in your video, it just gets you a bit annoyed. All right, he's off to North Melbourne. That's where he's and South Kensington. That's where his yard is, and he'll probably be going through town in about 2 hours. All right. Well, we ruined a bit of a bloody decent night there. That bloke, what a dickhead. Made me very angry, actually. And yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed the rest of that as we see the sunset on that beautiful bay there. And yeah, go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe down here at Carrum, and I'll catch you in the next one, and that'll be Special Agent Fox Mulder on a Friday night and partying hard and out.